Jua, welcome in. Hey, real quick, can you hear the song that's playing? Because I am having a hard time opening my normal music program and it is not working. So I'm using the one that I used at the very like when I first started streaming. You can hear? Okay, perfect. How you doing? I'm trying to see if I can free up some memory because I think it's trying to update, which is weird. I don't know why it tries to do that every single time I open it. So I am trying to make some space somehow. Temporary file should be something I can clear up pretty easily, but it's not. All right, well, let's see if that works. Doing good. Just gonna finish up some races while you wait for stream. Sounds good. Sounds good. Kitsu, welcome in. How's it going? How was your Valo stuff earlier? Jewel, can I get a shout out for Kitsu as well, please? Oh, perfect. You're on it. Thank you so much. Ooh, last doing Zenless. Didn't happen because people. Oh no, I'm sorry. Let's see. Ad should be over in a few seconds, so I'll just do this. Oh, right, there goes the music. Well, shoot. Uh, there we go. Can we all chill? Nice, nice. I'm probably not going to be streaming for super long, so if you're free after and you want to get some games in, uh, hit me up. Let me know. You too, Jua, unless you're like super invested in the races, which I totally get. I totally understand. Um, let's see. I what was I doing? Oh, trying to see if this will open up music now. We're a little scuffed today, but it's fine. Yep, nope, still says not enough free memory and disk space, which I'm pretty sure is a lie because if I check this, I have my memory usage is only 63%, but that's actually kind of a lot. Hang on. Of course it's Chrome. I swear, I think I have more tabs open than like Fillion or something. But they're important. I'm working on things, or I will be working on things. They're important. For instance, I will be updating my lore page, which Jua, you can pop that command in if you'd like. Like Mario Kart World, but will always prefer playing with other people over by yourself, assuming not tired. That's fair. That's fair. Um, yeah, I'm down for uh some rounds of Valo or perhaps Kitsu, gotcha, gotcha gaming. Thank you, Jua. I haven't touched it yet. I actually had a bit of a hard time getting in because it kept sending uh verification codes that kept going to my spam box, but the way I have it linked through another service wasn't showing in the spam box. So I finally got in though. So I will update the lore with some new fun lore things I had been working on. I've been cooking for a while. Just change it to oh shoot, yes, Jua, thank you so much. I'm an idiot. I'm normally yeah, thank you, Jua. Please just change it to just chatting. Or special events. Change it to special events actually. No, actually I take it back. Just chatting is fine. Gotcha gaming? Heck yeah. You down, Kitsu? If not, we can do Valorant. I don't mind either way. I was doing some Genshin earlier to use some resin and work on building chevres because after thank you Jua for changing that. After the rough time in the abyss yesterday, I realized I could be doing some things to upgrade a few characters. So I worked on chevres a little bit. Um you left Jua because it was really late at that point, but I finally finally beat 12-3. Uh, First half has always been fine. The entire time I did it, first half was always fine. Uh, the second half, I finally did it. It was a battle of attrition, but I finally did it. Um, so I'm super stoked. Um, Very convenient Genshin event that started recently for multiplayer. Ooh, oh right, the one that started yesterday. Gave up on floor 12, so congrats. Nice. I mean, I will, if you need some motivation or someone to watch or guide or just, soundboard off of, I got you. Uh and you too, Kitsu. If you want to try Spiral Abyss today, I'm down to watch. I'm down to offer advice or assistance. Um I'm also down to just log into your account and try and do it for you. anyways. I don't think I have any party hats. I don't think I have a birthday hat. Um Let me see. Background item settings. Let me see if I have any. I don't know if there's a party hat in here built in. There's a cipher hat. There's that's new, I think. I don't remember seeing those hats. I gotta take them out. I normally take out all the things that I don't use. There are a lot of new things actually. Pudding. Wait, there's a pudding? Yo, hang on. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here that I'm pretty sure it added in here. There's my witch hat. There's Christmas stuff. Okay, there's nothing. You want to suffer more Spiral Abyss? Hey, I mean, I'm down. I don't. I did. Wait, my Chaska hat. Let's see. I don't mind. I don't mind suffering the. It's not actually. That's not the thing right now. I need a better Chaska hat actually. Um, you don't care for 3 stars on floor 12, so technically, won't make you do it on your birthday. No, I don't mind, and that's another thing too. So like, I tried to be clear in the announcement. It's not my actual birthday, but I am not sure if I want to make my thank you, Jua. After all the effort it took to give a party hat emote, don't even have a party hat. Spent like 30 seconds working on that, and then effort to make it good. No, it's I put the extra effort to making the emote and publishing the emote, but not the actual hat. Um, it's your birthday? Okay, so as I was saying, I tried to be clear in the announcement in the server, but I it's not my actual birthday, and I'm not sure if I want to. My actual birthday has been like I've mentioned it myself. There's a handful of people who know it. I've even said it in a streamer's chat one time. I was like, hey, sorry, I'm just checking in real quick because it's my birthday. I've got, I'm with family, and I got like I wasn't trying to get anything out of it, but I got a happy birthday song out of it, which is nice. So like it's out there. Um but not the voice behind Noel. Yeah, that's true. Something like that. I can't even say it's like the day that I came up with this character or the day that I first started streaming or whatever. It's just the placeholder date that I put for every game, Genshin, Zenless, Star Rail, Wuwa, every game that asks for or every service like Steam, my Steam account, um, my YouTube account and Google account, like everything that asks for a birthday where they don't need a real birthday, I've always used June 6th because of a reference. And I mentioned it yesterday. I want to see what other things fall on June 6th. So on this day in history, according to Wikipedia, June 6th is the 157th day of the year, or 158th in leap years in the Gregorian calendar. 208 days remain until the end of the year. And there are a lot of things that happened actually. Oh my word. Um there are a lot of events. There are even more births. Um a bunch of deaths as well, and then holidays and observances. So let's see. Um yep, there's the Jua mentioned the D-Day uh invasion anniversary. There's Engineers Day in Taiwan. Um Memorial Day in South Korea. It's the National Day of Sweden. Um Christian Feast Day, and then like I said, a bunch up here. There's a bunch of events. There's a bunch of pre 1600s, 1601 to 1900s, and then 1901 to present. I want to see if Okay, I see. So the actual day that I'm referencing, according to the year, is not a great day. That was not a great day for events. 2004, Felicia Rashad became the first African American to win a Tony Award for Best Actress. Hey, nice. Um, so I could say the year, which is not necessarily the year that I was born, but it's the year for the reference that I've always used the 6th of June for. Um, 1844, George Williams originated the Young Men's Christian Association. Oh, the YMCA. Hey, let's go. Um, Let me see. Uh, yeah. So the actual year is not good. That was not a great event that happened on the 6th of June. Um, but anyways, if you want to look it up on your own, I can give a hint and a hint to the reference. Uh, Being that June 6th was the longest day. Again, this is just the reference, by the way. This is not like real or whatever, but June 6th was the longest day, as far as we know, in recorded human history, lasting 2,564 days. And if that doesn't make sense, look it up. I'm sure that that will give you like the biggest hint. Um, in fact, let me do my research and see if that even. Let me see if that hint is even. Oh wow, maybe it actually doesn't. Hang on, what if I put that in quotes? Oh, that actually doesn't yield anything immediately. Interesting. Uh wow, that's okay, well, never mind. Uh Nightcrawler, welcome in. Congrats on first. Congrats on snagging it from other people. Not first, but first. Welcome in. How's it going? I'm trying to see. I'm trying to give hints to Google AI. Just says you're wrong. What does Google AI know? That's funny. Um, let's see. I want to see. Maybe I've got it wrong. Maybe I've got that number wrong. Let me see. Um, if I do this. Okay. If I check. Wait. Panic. Wait. That's interesting. Oh, 46. 2,546, not 64. Scubbles, welcome in. Your color on the dark mode makes eyes hurt. It makes it easy for me to read it. I'm for some reason it's every time Jua's ever since Jua has changed the color of his name, it's been easier for me to see. Um the eyes trying to see insane. What's going on? Anyway, just popped and say happy birthday, work on a homework, otherwise stay. No worries, Mustang. Thanks for popping in. I really appreciate it. Um you're in dark mode and their color looks fine. I don't know. Pick a color, Scubbles. Oh, well. Scubbles gets to choose the new color. All right, anyways, I got the number wrong. It was not 2,564, it was 2,546. So now, if we pop that in here. Oh. Okay, that still does not. That still does not give the actual thing. So I guess do some legwork if you want to find out the reference. Um, Let me see. Ooh, okay. Interesting. I feel like this is fake though. Oh, that is fake. Okay. I see. I mean, technically so was the reference, but like it doesn't matter. um this number appears in the context of the Star Citizen wiki, referencing the year 2546 as the end of the first Tavarian War. Or Tavaran War. Thanks, Google AI. That's interesting, especially considering my stance on Star Citizen, which it's not as vehement as other people, but I definitely see the point. And let me just make sure before I start slandering it again. Um, um, is under development, but yeah, okay, it's the same one. So it's been how long? How long has it been in development, quote unquote? Announced in 2012, and was followed by a successful Kickstarter campaign which drew over 2 million US dollars. However, after more than a decade in development, no projected date for the end of early access is currently given. And therein lies a problem. If you, that just screams scam or fraud or whatever, right? It's like, hey, we've got this game, you should back us up, spend your money. And there have been people who've backed it for the development. They've also pre-ordered skins and ships and things for something they haven't even seen or, let alone played. Uh so it's like, what are we doing? So that's my stance on Star Citizen. That girl, thank you for the check-in. Um, so I'm very much like, it sounds like a cool idea. I love space games. I mean, I'm a flippin' floating eyeball in space. I love space. Uh, but you know, I'm. It just seems so sad, I guess. Anyways, wait, what is this? Thiel College. The daily calendar at Thiel College. Today's date is June 6th, 2546. Pretty sure it's not. Oh, it's just you can go all the way to that date and year, and there are zero events scheduled out that far. I wonder why. Imagine not scheduling out your events 500 years in the future. You're old. I am old. I'm very old. I feel very old. I hate it. But gotta get your car the car inspection place. Sounds good, Nightcrawler. Good luck. Um, so as I was saying, like my actual birthday is out there. People do know it. I just don't know if I'm like super comfortable yet making it like, tying it to me as because like I think at that time, in fact, I can check because I've got oh, wrong. Let's see if I can find. Okay, the happy birthday shout out was in 2023, which was that was the year that I started streaming. So I think the moment I became a streamer, I immediately became a bit more defensive and like reclusive, I guess, or whatever, wanting to be, a bit more private with my information, I suppose. So uh you have an OLED monitor. ChatGPT says it was D-Day with 2546 being the number of days World War II lasted, except World War II didn't last that long, so ChatGPT failed you. Yeah, I noticed at the very bottom of ChatGPT, it says a little thing that says, "The service can get things wrong. Be sure to check your facts." It's like, okay, okay. Um, yeah, I mean, if you find it, I'll let you know. But based on how your research and my research combined are going, I don't think it's gonna show up. Unless, let me take out the comma. Um, or what if I just do that? Cool. That actually brought it up on the first page of Google if I searched it that way. Um, and if I do this, wait, that's funny. Um, it doesn't actually tie it to the 6th of June, which is interesting. Um, it brought up the reference though, which is funny. Interesting. Okay, well, um, I guess good luck. But yeah, so like I said at the beginning, I've tried to be sort of transparent and say it's not my actual birthday today. It's just a placeholder. So because I'm not super comfortable giving out my actual birthday and age, um, but since I made that announcement yesterday, we had the raid to brew yesterday, and I checked in with one or two other streamers today, and people were giving me like it felt like genuine. Oh, and someone like DM'd me. People were giving me genuine happy birthday wishes, and I'm like, I felt bad because I want to be happy birthday, air quotes, and not happy birthday. Um, but it seems to not be going in that direction very quickly, and this seems to be backfiring and sliding back in ways that I didn't that I was hoping it wouldn't. Um, told ChatGPT that it wasn't D-Day and told me you were referencing a meme or ironic exaggeration. It's not a meme and it's not an ironic exaggeration. ChatGPT is just being weird today. Um, in fact, I will give another hint. There are a lot of so it's a reference, right? So are a lot of my different stream assets. If you look at the chat box, or the chat boxes on the side here, which this way. If you look at these chat boxes, or if you look at my about panels, heck, even the music that's playing right now, which I don't think you can hear in the VOD. I don't. Let me see. Do I have this in the VOD? Um, advanced. Where is it? No. So this track is not in the VOD. So that part's not gonna make sense on YouTube. But so those are all the hints and reference or hints to the reference. Anyways, I feel like I can't. I don't know. Do I just backtrack? Do I just rescind the whole 6th of June thing and then either, you know, do an actual birthday reveal or just not like celebrate my birthday as a streamer, you know? Because, like, here's the thing, if I leave my birthday out of like the public eye, it lets me do things with family and friends IRL. Hey Miko, welcome in. Good to see you. Can I get a shout out for Miko, please? Um, like if I keep that to myself, it lets me spend some, you know, private personal time with family and friends in my own, in my personal life. Um, but if I do say it, more people, it's nice to hear it from people, but I I feel like if I do something as a like for like a birthday stream, it it puts me in a position of where I have to choose. Do I want to stream today, or do I want to see if any family or friends want to get together and do stuff? Because I already typically don't do a whole lot, like in way of celebration, I suppose. So I don't know. But like, so I'd be like, okay, well, I'm just gonna stream today. And then like if, my parents or sibling call me up, it's like, hey, let's go out to dinner. Let's, meet us here or something. Maury, welcome in. Thank you for the check-in. Jewel, can I get a shout out from Miko, please? Um, so like if I, and like if I already have it planned and then, family or friends call me up and say, hey, let's hang out and let's celebrate, then I just be like, well, I was gonna, I was gonna stream, or I was gonna, like do some like online stuff with online friends, and then like it just leads to this weird thing. So I don't know. Thank you for the shout out. So for no reason in particular, what song is this? Oh, Actually, wait, Jua, I'm gonna challenge you to figure it out without me telling you. I'll give it a few minutes. I'll tell you if you can't figure it out. But I want you to use that brain and see if you can figure out some ways to figure it out. Just to see. Hey, 10, welcome in. No worries about being late. How's it going? Google can't hear the song over my voice. That's interesting. It should be able to. My phone, like when I go out and there's like a song playing on, like if I go to the grocery store and there's a song playing in the overhead, but like I'm in a group of people or like there's a bunch of other stuff going on, it'll still pick up the music pretty easily. That's kind of weird that it's not doing that. Anyways, okay, so the song is called Break Away. Now I have to be kind of vague about that because if I tell you the artist, it's gonna be immediately understandable. Um, so I'm gonna give you that as like a little, as a little bone. I'm gonna throw you a bone and give you just the name first. How am I doing? I'm doing okay. I'm just yapping a bit, trying to basically I'm going over the pros and cons of having a placeholder birthday. Uh and I don't know. I had someone who was setting up a community birthday calendar ask me when my birthday was. So I gave them this day. but told them it's not my actual birthday. It's because I wasn't, you know, comfortable giving out my actual birthday. So that's why that's why birthday is in quotes, and that's why I keep saying like in the Discord announcement that it's not my birthday today. But if you want to say something, I'll accept the wishes and just because my birthday is within I'll say like it's within 3 months before and after this day. So like there's a 6 month period, which is half the year. Doesn't really narrow it down, but my like it's in like a general range. Um, but again, that being said, people know it like online. I've just been like, have I been like like, am I being unreasonable, guys? Super close, totally. Like, am I being unreasonable having like a placeholder day, or just being kind of like, am I being too weird about it? I don't know. Like, because after I made that announcement, I've gotten like we did the birthday. It wasn't a birthday raid, but we did the raid yesterday, and then someone I forget who it was. Someone mentioned that it's my birthday, but didn't put it in quotes. So I got like genuine happy birthday wishes from people in chat, including the streamer, and I felt bad. I was like, but it's not my birthday. And I've told people this is not my birthday today. It's not even like my model's like debut day or anything. It wasn't the first day that I started streaming. It's just a reference that I've used for everything. Um, I don't know. So I'm very seriously considering rescinding the whole June 6th thing and just leaving it to lore. I can add it to my lore um without having to make a huge like deal about it, and then maybe I'll do an actual birthday reveal. I don't know. 100% honest. Don't think people knowing your birthday is a big deal. This coming from another anonymous VTuber. That's fair. Like age is one thing. Like almost like I'd say like more than half of VTubers don't want to give away their age, which makes sense. But they are more willing to give out their birthday, and it definitely like makes things more transparent if like they can't stream. It's like, oh, because I'm celebrating with family and friends or whatever. Um, let me see. The cellular call course. Yeah, I don't know. Only 1 6 off from your curse number. Shush. Shush. Menace made that joke. She said, guys, Noel was born June 6th, uh, of 1966. I was like, hush. Age and birthday are different. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Um, like I definitely don't think that I would give out my year, my age. Maybe. I don't know. Like there are I will say I'm not a minor, at least. Um, so I am between the age of what's I mean, I guess minor is different from other places. We'll say 16 counts as a minor in some places, I think, right? And or like as an adult in some places rather. So I'll say I'm between the ages of 16 and 1000. Does that help? Does that help? Drinking age at least? Exactly. I'm drinking age. I drink so much Dr. Pepper, it's a problem. Um say birthday meaning like month and day, not a year. Oh, of course, yeah, for sure. Between the age of 0 and 1000. No, but see if I see I can't just say I'm between the age of 0 and 1000 because that leaves a little caveat where I'm technically not supposed to be streaming on Twitch if I were less than what's Twitch's TOS or what's the minimum age? 12, 13, something like that. So if you say 0 and 1000, there's like the first bit of years where it's like, hey, you shouldn't be doing this. Dr. Pepper drinking age, exactly. 18 and 1000 then. Sure, something like that. Um so I don't know. Like and like this whole like doing this exercise, I guess, this whole thing of saying I'm gonna make June 6th my quote unquote birthday, and then the fallout, it wasn't a fallout, and that's kind of over dramatic, but all the things that happened since yesterday, since this time yesterday, um, has made me think, all right, maybe it wouldn't be so bad if I just like gave out my actual birthday. I've been making such a big deal about it, and it's not a huge deal, like ultimately, because yeah, I mean, it's okay. I will say one thing. One thing that like has bothered me about it that was way before I started streaming, but there was a Discord server that I was in of a bunch of friends and colleagues in the sense of I did a music collab project with Derivacat. So there was a song that she did called Voices, which had 70 people as a chorus doing it, and I was one of them. And a bunch of us uh, sort of splintered off after a while and made a few different Discord servers to hang out in and stuff. Um, One of them was a Minecraft, uh, not modded server, but it was like plugins. But so a bunch of those people know my birthday, or they did. One person in particular only knows it because a certain movie came out in that exact same day. Like I brought it up, like they said happy birthday to me in the server. I was like, how did you remember? And they said, oh, it's because this movie came out this day. I was like, I hate that that's how you remember it. I hate that that's how you remember my birthday. Um, your opinion. Don't feel like month and day is a big deal. Totally respect the decision either way. Of course, I appreciate that 10. And no, I'm starting to agree with that. You know, there are plenty of people who are dead and alive who share your birthday. That's true. That is very true. Um, and I guess part of me was like, so there's that, right? Where I kind of hated that it was like remembered because of this really dumb movie. It's a really dumb movie. Um, but the other thing too, finally got Google to recognize the song, and it immediately told you the show as well. Hey, nice. So now you get the reference. Um, Nobody would be able to tell who you are based off your birthday alone, and if they try, then they're just weird. That was the other thing too. So like, that was like one of the reasons. One of the reasons was I hated that it was tied to that movie or that the movie came out that day, and one of it was, well, what if someone somehow uses that information to um backtrack and figure out who I am, you know? Because like I'm sure it can be done, but you're right, Ten. Like if they do try to do that, then they're weird. That's creepy. Um, you know, I might just say it like on stream today just to get it out of the way. I don't know. Like then they're a stalker, and you should probably take legal action. That's true. Gosh, I wouldn't even know where to start with that. I wouldn't even know like. First of all, I don't even know if they would, you know, say anything about it. If they would like, because like you can find out someone's birthday if someone was like that stalkerish and they're like, oh, I figured out who he is based off his birthday. What's the likelihood that they would tell me? You know, I don't know. Still haven't seen that show, so you'll never get the reference. But ChatGPT explained it to you once you gave it the show name. I see, I see, I see. Okay, I will explain it then. That would suck to deal with. Yeah, I agree. Okay, so Jua found it. Jua, if you want to go ahead and put the title of the show in chat, and then I will explain why June 6th is the day that I've always used for my birthday, for every game and every service. Let them suffer, you work for this. Okay. Um, you've heard people say stuff like that, and you're like, why does it matter? They're anonymous for a reason. That's true. But some people don't care. Or some people find it as a challenge. They think of it as a challenge and they say, oh, well, I'm going to find out their name and what they look like and where they live. And then they start sending like air tags in little gift bags and gift boxes things. There have been like a non-zero number of streamers who have gotten gifts at cons or through PO boxes with an air tag or some other like similar device in them, so that that person who sent it could find out where that person lived, and that's terrifying. Um, you heard some people are so weird. No, absolutely. Um, so it's an unfortunate situation. I don't think I would ever be in that type of situation because I'm not a big name, a big person like um Fillion or Shy Lily or uh who's the other one that I don't know if it happened to Shy Lily. I know it happened to Fillion. It happened to who was I just heard about recently? Shoot. It was Camilla. Camilla. And then just other big ones who may or may not have had something similar happen, like Shy Lily, Doki Bird. Um, it's Iron Mouse. Although I don't think Iron Mouse does like PO box things anymore. If she ever did, but regardless, I'm not a big name like that, so I doubt that it would ever happen to me. But that fear of like someone using my birthday and searching through some form of public records or something and then finding out that way has always just made me kind of uncomfortable. Um, you think you probably mentioned the show before as one of your favorites, and honestly forgot you mentioned it until you saw the show name? Yeah, I talk about it every so often, like kind of rarely, but I once I do talk about it, I talk about it for a few minutes, don't I? Jesucito, welcome in. How's birthday boy doing today? Happy birthday to you. Thank you so much, Jesucito. I appreciate it. Don't worry, we won't stalk you based off your birthday. Thank you, Ten. Um, so Jesucito, I was just going over like this whole stream so far has basically been me saying I've been trying to be very transparent that today's not my real birthday. It's a placeholder because I've never been comfortable, more or less. I've never been like super comfortable giving out my actual birthday. But because I use this day for every service, every game that asks for a birthday that doesn't require verification, even Steam, like Steam, you can put in any arbitrary day and year. So that's what I did. I used June 6th um, as my birthday. I've used it every like for as long as I can remember. Even before I was a streamer, even before like, whatever. So, but like in doing so, when I made the announcement yesterday that it's not my birthday, but I'll use it as a placeholder, quote unquote birthday, um, people have been giving me genuine birthday wishes, and that makes me feel like that also makes me feel uncomfortable because I feel bad and I feel like I'm accidentally, you know, what's the word? Like not misleading, but like I guess misleading works. But so like I'm going over the pros and cons of just giving my actual birthday, like making it public knowledge at this point. The problem also is that Null Verdict is not just my streamer name, it's my gamer tag that I've used for years. So there are people out there who know me IRL that also know me secondarily as Null Verdict from when I was gaming with friends and stuff back then. I have a bunch of friends like when Steam when I played Steam as a kid or young adult, they knew me as like, oh, what's your Steam? And so I gave them my Steam, Null Verdict. And it's like, okay, so there are a bunch of people who know me, who know who I actually am. And I've always been concerned and worried that someone's going to come into my stream one day and say, oh, hey, real name here. What's going on? I didn't know you stream. And it's going to be like, all right, well, I guess I'm graduating today, guys. Should you actually the name you want or leave it for the others to figure out? It's up to you, Jua. Like, if you want to have other people work for it, that's fine. I'll just have to be vague about the reference then to describe what it means or why June 6th lasted for 2,546 days. Some people will give a different birthday date to different fast food places just to spread out the free birthday gift coupons. That's funny. That's just winning. You get that for what you see it. It would be your streamer birthday. You would feel the same too. And that's the other thing too is it's not even my streamer birthday. Like I I I can't even say that it's the day that I first started streaming or it's the day that that I debuted my model or anything like that. Like it would make so much sense if that were the case. Or the day that I became or that I got affiliate or whatever. Like I can't even claim it's one of those days, which is unfortunate. Um so you have the same issue with Jewett 2073, but honestly don't care if people know your real name as long as they don't try to stalk you. Pretty sure you get stalkers far before. I mean, maybe, but you never know. People latch onto the weirdest things sometimes. Change your birthday. Just be born on a different day, forehead. You're so right, Ten. Um, maybe I will. I don't know. Like the amount of thinking about this that I've done since I made that announcement yesterday, that June 6th would just be like the placeholder, the quote unquote birthday. Like the amount of thinking I've done since then, based on how many messages I've received from people, has been crazy. I've not. I feel like I haven't slept because I've been thinking about this so much. So I may just like rescind it. But I hate to also do that too because I don't like to make an announcement and then take it back and be like, oh, haha, JK, you know. Um, you could stay here and only let the people who were here know. That's true. That's funny. Graduating so soon? No, not Null. Null is such a kind and charming guy. Thank you, Jesucito. How have you been, by the way? By the way, Jesucito, it's been a while since we've chatted, um, or played Valorant or anything. How have you been? In fact, I don't know if I saw you. Were you in Bruce stream yesterday or recently at all? I feel like I haven't seen you around in a while, but I've also not been around a whole lot in a while. But anyways, how have you been doing? Don't overthink it. It's too late. It's too late for that. But yeah, I don't want to be that one who's, like the haha JK, it was a test and you failed. Um I don't know. Like maybe I will just say it. But first, before any of that, first things first, the reference. So Jua was clever enough to figure out and piece all the information together. So without saying the name of the show that it's a reference to, um June 6th, and I'll say the year from the show too, because the whole in the show, the day was June 6th, 1994. You don't mind sharing the show name? Okay, cool. Share the show name, and then I'll get into the whole reference. Here's the lore. It's called Lyoko. Oh no, you got the show wrong. It's actually not. I'm just kidding. Imagine all that. No, but yeah, it's called Lyoko. Um, so Code Lyoko, one of my favorite shows growing up. Um, hang on, let me clear out some of these. Been alright. Just been busy with situations in life. Was there for a sec. The Final Fantasy 14. No. Well, did she do 14 yesterday? I think yesterday she only did karaoke, right? Maybe. I don't recall. But no. I hope things, the life situations have been going okay. Busy can be good. It can be, not great. So I hope things have been going well, Jesucito. Um, Forgot about that show. It's an old show. It's so old, but it was my childhood. Um, I watched it as a kid. I loved it as a kid, and then I moved. Um, and I kind of forgot about the show for years until um, shows on demand were a big thing for people who had cable and like um, on demand stuff, whatever. I forget who we had it through, but I was going through the shows and I saw this show Code Lyoko. I was like, that show sounds so familiar. Is that show that I used to watch as a kid? And I watched some of it, and it took me back immediately. It was like the nostalgia, and like I started remembering the characters as they showed up, and then like one new character who I didn't know it was a new character. I thought it was just like the personification of Xana, but it was just Xanified William. But like I got like so invested into it again, and like my childhood, it made me so happy. Anyways, so for people who haven't seen the show, you love nostalgia in TV shows, it's so good. It's such a good feeling. So basically, Code Lyoko was a show about a group of kids who it was really just one kid who discovered a supercomputer in an abandoned factory, and the supercomputer housed a virtual world um, with an artificial intelligence in it named Aelita, and a bunch of excuse me, a bunch of um, monsters that tried to uh, fight her and the group of kids by activating towers, which were conduits, or what was the word? They allowed the main antagonist, which was a people call him a virus, or people call it a virus. It was actually more specifically a multi-agent system, which is a just very complicated program. Um, but it was a very intelligent program. Think like, any like 2001: A Space Odyssey, or anything that has like a rogue AI. That's what it was. It was the rogue AI trope. But it could control these towers, which were interfaces for the real world, um, which allowed it to do things that were sometimes feasible, sometimes not so feasible. Like anything from hacking technology in the real world, or like causing an automated train to divert and crash into like a nuclear power station, to things like people getting possessed by programs. It was all over the place, but it was still good. That must seem fitting that you'd love that show. I loved it so much. Anyways, so the backstory. Um, this one particular kid found the supercomputer in the factory, turned it on because it was off. He turned it on and discovered the good AI, Aelita, and the evil AI, Xana. Um, and then his friends found out about it. There was a level in the factory, like a floor or whatever, that had these cabins that allowed them to digitize and virtualize themselves onto Lyoko to fight the monsters. It was a kids show. So like, it's about these kids who go to a virtual world and fight the monsters and save the day type of thing, right? I think you said that day you were very tired from sun walking a lot. How's Valor, by the way? Tempted on getting the free gun on the last page of Battle Pass, but don't know, you rarely get on. Valorant's been okay. I've been feeling pretty comfortable. I've been working on my cipher a lot. Um so it's been good. I don't remember what the last gun is. Which skin is that? Which skin and which gun? Um but yeah, so it was a small group of kids who would, whenever the rogue AI Xana would control a tower and cause some mayhem in the real world, which sometimes was fatal, he would cause some mayhem in the real world. They'd have to go to Lyoko, fight the monsters, and deactivate the tower. Um, the good AI Aelita had to deactivate the tower. She had to be the one to do it. Um, and then once they deactivated the tower, usually they would use the power of the supercomputer, which was a quantum computer. And again, this is a kids show, so suspend your disbelief for a little bit. But there was a function of this quantum supercomputer that allowed them to revert time back at least a whole day. Sometimes it went back further, but they could at least revert it back a whole day before any of the bad stuff happened. And then they just continue on. Later on in the show, need to start playing Valorant again regularly. You should. It's fun. It's bad, but it's fun. Thank you for the care package. I'll take care of it in a second. Um, so more lore gets discovered. They find out, you know, why the supercomputer was created and who created it. They found a video log entry where um, it was really creepy watching it for the first time because the scientist would come on the screen that they were watching and he would say June 6th, 1994, and he'd give his account of what happened that day and like what he was working on with the supercomputer. And then they would fast forward and he would say June 6th, 1994, and then he'd give an account of what happened, like a different account on different things, what he was doing. And then like they fast forward more. Oh no, he said June 6th, 1994, day something. And then later on, June 6th, 1994. You know what? Let me just look up the transcript. Um, let's see. His name was Franz Hopper. Um, right here. So the key. The episode was called The Key. All right, so come on, load. You know, while it's loading, I'm gonna do the care package. Think it's a revolver. It's wild that when you said Cypher, you got PTSD because you use him a lot. I'm sorry. I hate to say, but I've gotten better. I've learned some new tricks and lineups, and I get to use them in some games. There's one that I love that I made. I need to see if I can find a better lineup for it. Um, 1994. Okay, so when they decoded the diary, the video log entry, and they started playing it, the first one that we hear on screen is June 6th, 1994, day 67, and they starts talking about this military program that was used to block enemy communications. Then they fast forward June 6th, 1994, day 639. Uh, Fast forwards more June 6th, 1994, day 1265. Someone's watching me. Someone wants to get rid of me, and he goes crazy like Ratman from Portal, the Portal series. Uh, and then they keep going forward, and then June 6th, 1994, day 2546, and then he says like the everything is ready, da 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 da. So it was at least repeated. That singular day was at least repeated 2,546 times. The reason he kept going back was to buy himself more time so he could work on, because anything in the computer itself was not subject to the time travel, but or the time reversion. So he got essentially more time to work on his program, on his project that he was doing, to destroy this military program. Um, so he reverted time. He repeated the same day at least 2,546 times. Probably went insane during that time. Poor timing on the care package, but you were talking a lot and throat was getting dry for me. No worries, appreciate it. Um, but yeah, so that's the reference. Uh, so June 6th, and then supposedly that was the day that he virtualized himself, and I won't get in too much, just in case someone wants to go back and watch the show. Some of it doesn't hold up very well today in terms of like animation, dialogue. Uh, there's a lot of like animation inconsistencies, but if you just look past all that, or even just watch it in French, the original language, watch it in French and subtitled. I watched it in English, growing up, but it's originally a French cartoon, so it kind of tracks a little better in French, I think, or it's probably sounds better. Like when you watch an anime in Japanese, with English subtitles, it flows a little bit better than in English, but do whichever way you want. If you watch it in English, just be aware that it's a little corny. It's kind of whatever. In French, it flows a bit better. They also make some more crass jokes. Just fair warning as well. But anyways, um, there's some light spoilers that I won't get into. I've already like kind of given some spoilers, I guess. But long story short, June 6th was he repeated the day June 6th using his time reversion computer like over 2,500 times, and that day just like stuck out to me. It was super significant, and so I just decided to use uh, June 6th, 1994, as whenever like it asked for a birthday. I was like, oh, let me just use this reference from my favorite show, June 6th, 1994. And fortunately, it was always enough. Like if there was anything that was like age gated or whatever, the year 1994 typically surpassed the age gate. So I was like, okay, cool, we're good. Anyways, that's my yap. That's my reference lore for it. Um, so once more, June 6th is not my actual birthday. I just I don't know. Yep, yep. It's like just Appa keeps talking a whole lot. Appa, yap, yap. Isn't it yep, yep? No, he needs to shut up. But gosh, I don't know. Like I'm seriously considering just telling y'all right now, just to get it done and out of the way. Don't have to overthink it. Don't have to stress about it. I can just say it and be done because, like you said, like there are so many people who are VTubers who who we know they're, at least as far as I'm aware, it's their real birthday. Um, there are two streamers that I know have said that it's their actual birthday, and I tend to believe them. I don't know if there's any other streamer, VTuber or not, that's done like the fake birthday thing. I'm I might be the first iTuber and the first streamer to give a fake birthday while also still stipulating it's not my birthday, Like I'm not trying to fool anyone and say, "Oh yeah, this is my birthday," da 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 da. I couldn't care less. um Maybe part of it is like I don't want to be like, "Oh, my real birthday is let's just say it's I don't know, what's the last day of June? June 30th. Let's just for an example, say it's June 30th. I don't want to be like, okay, my real birthday is June 30th, and then June 30th rolls by, and whether I do like a stream or not that day, like no one says anything. Like I don't care, but at the same time, you know, it's like no one says anything. It's like, okay, well, it doesn't feel great, you know. And I think I just don't want to feel that disappointment. To get kind of real for a second, like I don't care, but I also don't want to feel just like nothing doesn't matter, Um, Understandable. Yeah, thank you. Don't worry about the fact it's not your real birthday. You have a right to tell people whatever you want, and you don't have to tell anyone anything that you don't want to. Remember, it's totally your call. Just learn to accept people. Just forget. Yeah, no, I get that people forget. Um, but like I've had, um, and I'm also guilty of it. I have a terrible memory. I didn't used to. Here's some like real lore. I used to have a really good memory, until about the age of 15, and then it just went. I don't know where it went. It went into outer space. That's why I'm here looking for it. um but I used to have a really good memory, and then it went away. I don't know why. I don't know if it was, you know, environmental, genetic, um, if it's because that's the age that I started drinking caffeine, and it just like erased all my brain cells, all of like the grooves in my brain. I always forget birthdays, so if you ever get the privilege, that one's going straight into the phone calendar. I appreciate that. That actually makes me really happy. Your accent makes your your accent makes your went sound like wint. No, no. I don't know. I don't even know how to talk. I don't know how to speak properly. But yeah, I don't know. I've told some people recently. I've told a couple people recently because I asked and I trust them. Um like I said, the one person who asked because they were setting up a community birthday calendar, they asked for my birthday, and so I told them, well, the answer I would give people is June 6th. But because we're friends and I trust you, and here's the reason why I, you know, am private about this, here's my actual birthday. Um, so like, and I don't want to like, gatekeep it from people. Like, I don't want people to think that I'm only telling certain people because like I like them more or I trust them more or whatever like that. While that may be true in some cases, like if I trust someone more than someone else, like Ten said, it's a birthday that is really kind of not the easiest to backtrack to someone. So have a great memory for everything that is not related to humans. Trash at names, birthdays, faces, etc. You remember numbers. You do remember numbers, goals. Um, so I don't know. Like, am I being like I don't know. I feel like I'm being just really like not over dramatic, but like being too weird about it. Hyper paranoid, something like that. It's not even about the paranoia. It's just like the whole like oops, shoot. Just the whole being like I'm gonna move that back. Just the whole saying like, here's a fake birthday. Like who does that? After I made the announcement and then everything happened yesterday, I was like, who realistically does that? It's like, here's a fake birthday in place of my real birthday so that I can just do stuff. It's like, I don't know. Like again, it frees me up to do like my own personal life things on my actual birthday without, having to explain myself. Um, but I guess granted, my real birthday will fall on a scheduled stream day at least once every few years. So cynical, not cynical. I don't know. I feel like if people get offended that you don't tell them, then it's their problem. It's not even like the fact that they get offended that I don't tell them. It's just the fact that they're like, why would you tell this person and not me? Type of thing. I guess it's the same thing, right? Um, you're related to someone with a fake birthday. Wait, okay, you're gonna have to explain that one to me, Chua. What does that mean? Is it like they didn't know what their birthday was and so they made up a day? Which also, funnily enough, also happened in Code Lyoko. There was someone who didn't know their birthday, and so they said, "All right, well, we're going to celebrate today as your birthday, because it's the day that we met you." Um, so, just as a side note, it's kind of ironic that also happened in Code Lyoko. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Like, I am just like thinking about it. I am overthinking it as well. And I think I just I kind of just want to be done with it. Like it is kind of ridiculous to make a big deal out of it, and that's my own fault. Dad's parents lied about his birthday so that he could go to school earlier, so now you need to remember his real birthday and his legal birthday. Wait, that's crazy. Was it the whole day or was it just the year? I guess the way you phrased it, it's a completely different day. Why didn't they just lie about the year? Why did they have to lie about the whole day? Like, isn't it easier to just change the year? To say like, oh, he wasn't born like he's go to school early. It's like, oh, he's 2 years too young. Oh, he wasn't born in 1950. He was born in 1948. The same day and everything. Like that sounds a little overcomplicated. Not gonna lie. Anyways, I don't know. Like I kind of want to run a poll to decide. But at the end of the day, that's me just, I think, being further, like, dramatic, weirdly dramatic about it. It's not a big deal. 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 10 was right. It's not a big deal. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Because also, like, the thing is, if I do say it, and then, like, if I do a birthday stream and we do a birthday raid to someone who I know, who, was like, wait, wasn't your birthday June 6th? You got this? Uh, hang on. Let me see if anything else happened, like, on my actual birthday. Since I'm on the Wikipedia page for June 6th, let me see. Uh, oh, shoot. That's not what I want. Nope. Exit that. Ba, 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 ba. Did anything cool happen on this day? First, I've never, like, actually looked up other things, I don't think. Actually, no, that's a lie. I'm sure I have, and I just forgotten. Um, what about special births? Who else, uh, was born on this day that's, like, who do I share a birthday with that people would know? Let's see. I could just leave this to chat. I could just, like, say it and then have chat do the info gathering for me. Because I'm not seeing anyone. What about deaths? Who died on my birthday? Actually, who shares the same year as me? Oh, that's interesting. Wait, no, I know someone. They're not on here though. I know. Oh wait, no, it's not the same year though. Um. Okay, what about death date? Which is kind of morbid, but wow, no one notable died on my, like, the day I was born. Interesting. Um. Then you gaslight them. What? I never said that. You're crazy. They go back and check the VODs. The VODs were just gone. You are an overthinker. I am an overthinker. I know I am. It's be careful reading on the stream. Don't want to give it away after all this effort. Oh yeah, no. Did I say anything? I thought I was being careful. I thought I was being, like, vague. Unless I accidentally said something. Um wait, there are multiple of these? Oh, I see. It's a description of a I see, I see. Um that's a weird wait, that's a weird holiday. There's a holiday on my birthday. That's a weird holiday. Just make sure you were careful. I appreciate it. I didn't? Okay, thank you, thank you. Oh man. You know what? I might just do that. Like, I'll say it at some point, and then you guys can tell me what, like, wait. Wait, really? Oh, that's so interesting. Wait a second. I actually do know this person that I share a birthday with. Not like I know them, but, like, I know of them. Interesting. It's an author. Wait, isn't there another author? There's another author. Hang on. Author. Not you. Not you. No, no. I swear there was another author that I shared a birthday with. Yeah, if you guys want to know my actual birthday, just look up every author's birthday and narrow it down that way. Um, okay, well, I guess it wasn't that. What about writer? No. Oh, that's way too many to go through. Okay, well, never mind then, I guess. Um, toss a link in stream notes for later in case you still plan to do that. That's so helpful, thanks. Wait, let me see the stream notes. What is this? Oh, thank you, Jua. I actually did. Is this the full, like, 45-minute one? Or 42, 43? Yeah. I actually did watch that. Um, on my own. I watched the first half. I stopped when it got to the events, and then I watched the scene, the animatic or whatever at the very end. That's the full one. Yeah. I need to go back and watch a few things, but that is really cool. Uh thank you, Genshin, for releasing the special teaser for 5.7 on my quote unquote birthday. It looks so good though. It looks really good. Um and I have, like, new things to talk about, but I'll probably talk about those, like, in an actual Genshin stream. Um for now, though, where is this? Hang on. Is this almost done? Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. Okay. So, is there any benefit to just I I don't know. I just you know what? Screw it. Fine. Whatever. I don't care. Like it's it won't lead back to me. Surely, right? I'm going to say it. I'm going to get like a knock on my door. FBI, open up. Oh, I'm so nervous. Got this. You'll constantly think back and forth. Oh, I thought you were gonna say you'll constantly think back on this and regret it. um, but I wait a second. Is this? Oh, that's events. Okay. Um, like, yeah, no, I just like I'm just kind of nervous. It's like a face reveal, except I'm never doing that. um, thank you for the app, Maury. Promise won't visit your house after you give me your birthday. Definitely not outside right now, waiting for this moment to mess with you. Smile. It's okay. You'll just show up looking for food. Oh, I'm sorry to disappoint you. I don't have a whole lot of food myself. I don't eat very well. Like the only food I had today was two small cans of Vienna sausage. I need to go out and buy some more food. Last night I made a sandwich. Uh, it was a not a great sandwich. Um, yeah, no, not actually at Noel's house. That was a joke. I do not endorse stalking. Stalking is a crime and should not be done. Eat, bro. I know I need to. I might go get some food later. I will say they held me over. Those how many come in a can? Six, seven. Those 12 to 14 Vienna sausages held me over for right about now. You'll just come by with a pizza, as long as it's a vegan pizza, because I'm allergic to dairy and egg. Then I will openly welcome pizza. I miss certain pizzas. There are some pizzas that I cannot have anymore, and I am rather upset. Greg sausage roll is out of the question. Darn. All right. Well, I guess y'all will be the first ones to know, at least as far as like people in my chat. Because again, there are people that I know on Discord, and there's at least three streamers out there, two of whom I consider friends who know it. Three, four, wait. Four streamers out there, three of whom I consider friends. Um, and then the fourth one was one that I checked in with before I started streaming, like before I became a streamer. Um, anyways, you'll get more if Maury says anything. um, I mean, I'm not gonna like gatekeep it to just you guys. I will make an actual announcement. I just have to figure out how to do it and when. I'll have to do it pretty quickly after today's stream, anyways. Um, so, but you guys will at least be the first to know that my actual birthday. I'm so nervous. Why am I nervous? It's just a day. And it's not even like the year or like where I was born or there's no face reveal attached to it or anything. Like, why is it such a big deal? Um, the pause. Note to self: if you ever meet Noel in real life, fall back to Indian food for vegan food. Hey, nice. Um. Oh, actually, I guess this is a. Well, we're the radiance of your stream. Oh my gosh. Yeah. No, that's true. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. All right. Don't say I never did nothing for you. Since I don't buy people Vulcan anymore. Although I am gonna open up viewer polls again soon, probably. I'm gonna make a poll and see if people want me to poll for Skirk for them. I think that'd be fun. Okay. Anyways, uh, I shouldn't be putting it off too much. If I'm gonna do it, I'm just gonna do it, right? If you feel discomfort, it's okay to not say it. We respect that. I appreciate that, but like, I'm uncomfortable either way. Like, I maybe shouldn't have said. I shouldn't have made that announcement yesterday because I think that just added to the confusion. I could have just gone my entire, but like I've had like my birthday has like been a question that's come up with at least two people recently, like in like the past few weeks, and then rarely more so like with other people this whole like the past year. So like it has come up. It has come up. Maybe I shouldn't have done the June 6th announcement thing. That's a lesson learned, I guess. And of course, there's an ad break. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to. If I am going to do it, I'm gonna have to wait a minute and a half. Thanks, Stream Elements. Thanks, Twitch. Oh gosh. Okay. Well, I mean, show of hands, who can still hear me at least? I I don't know if like if the ad got everyone. I know some people here, like Ten, Jua, Scubble's okay. Like I know you guys can hear me. Could also just explain that you weren't comfortable telling people before, but now that you've thought more about it, you are all right saying that's true. All the ways you know to find people require a name and city state zip, or you need a phone number or a physical address. So birthday does nothing for you at least. That one's not a joke. No, I get it. Like that makes sense. Those are definitely very useful pieces of information if you want to find someone, unless you're uh, what's his name? Uh, shoot, Rainbolt, who can like find your physical location by just like the color of the gradient on a Google map. Um, it's crazy. Like he's insanely like he's like a modern Sherlock Holmes for GeoGuessr. It's crazy. Um, let's see. It looks like Jesucito might have gotten hit with the ads a bit late. Let's see. I'm gonna just do this in case Jesucito can't hear me. For ads to be done. Do I have a thumbs up? I have a thumbs up. Oh wait, no, it's called no yes. There it is. I forgot it's called something different on Twitch than it is in the Discord server. Ah, all right. Well, is everyone here? Can everyone hear me? And I mean, there's also a VOD as well, anyways, too. So, all right. Well, for the handful of people who stuck around, Kiros. Oh, Kiros, you'll want to stick around for this then, since you just showed up. Happy birthday. Sending a birthday cake with extra milk and eggs. It will arrive in 6 to 40 months, depending on pigeon migration patterns. That's crazy. That's one of the best birthday messages I've gotten so far, Kiros. Thank you so much. All right, since like a new person showed up, and I don't, Kiros isn't, Kiros is very busy and has to take off a lot. So I'll say it while I've got him here and everyone else, while I've got your ears hostage, I suppose. Thank you for the check-in. The pigeons are gonna eat the cake, aren't they? Okay, okay. Well, I'm gonna rescind the whole June 6th thing. I'm gonna make a freaking apology announcement or whatever. I don't know. I'm just gonna make a new announcement. But all right, for all y'all here, as thanks for you guys hanging out with me today on this semi-special day, I will tell you my actual birthday is apology video Photoshop and a dog and everything. Oh gosh. No, no. Okay, okay. My actual birthday is the 28th of July. Let's mark it down in your calendars. I require a Dr. Pepper or Dr. Pepper product on that day every year. uh, attendance is mandatory. Attendance, compulsory attendance, and a Dr. Pepper. You don't need to mark it down. You don't need to mark it down. I'm sure you're gonna remember forever. Super close to your dad's. You got it. Welcome back, Nightcrawler. You just missed it. You just missed it. All right, I'll repeat it. I'll repeat it for Nightcrawler since I forgot Nightcrawler was picking up their car. Um, in your phone, I appreciate it. All right, so I literally just said it, And then Nightcrawler's like, all right, I'm back. What I miss? All right, so my actual birthday is the watch the VOD. Nice. And thank you, Stream Elements, for doing your job with plugging the link. Appreciate that, Stream Elements. Um, no, but my it's so funny. My actual birthday is the 28th of July. Now, if you mention, I swear, if any of you mention a specific movie that came out on that day, I I will not hesitate to ban you. Cobalt, welcome in. You just missed it as well, unless you were here hiding and lurking. Scheduling an appointment with an artist to tattoo it across your forehead. Pixar didn't happen. Heroes. Thank you for the check-in as well, Hisacito. You just got here. Mark it down so you can send a picture of a Dr. Pepper on that day. Yes. This pleases me. This pleases me greatly. You're eating waffles and chicken? Ooh, nice. I've had waffles and chicken once in my life, and it was good. Don't know any movies? Nice. Anyways, I'll say it again for the third time, since we got another person come back, or come in. My actual birthday, as we all know, is not the 6th of June. I've made that abundantly clear since I said it yesterday. What are you getting banned for? Do I do a chat? Do I get myself banned? Wait, Jua, can mods ban themselves? I know they can't ban the streamer, but can they ban themselves? Will you actually ban because you're about to look? No, I won't. I won't actually ban you. I will jokingly be very upset because it's brought up so much. That one person has brought it up so many times, and it's such a stupid movie. I hate the movie so much. Haven't seen it. It's a stupid movie though. If it works, unban you. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't try it. Please don't try it. Please don't. I don't want to deal with that. Can slash unmod self, but that's it. Oh, I see. Okay. Thank you, Jua. You cannot ban yourself. Okay, nice. Thanks, Gyros, for checking in. I guess Jua, thanks for trying. Jua will explode. You note it down just to send you a pic of all the Dr. Pepper flavors that you can find. Yes, yes, please do, please do. Anyways, I don't think I actually said it, Cobalt. My actual birthday is the 28th of July. Was it released in the 2010s? I have no clue. I'd have to probably. Technically, yes. Technically, yes. Um, Impossible? What do you mean impossible? They have July in space. No, we just it's what was that quote from Doctor Who where it's like is that a space restaurant? No, it's just a restaurant that's in outer space. They don't call it a space restaurant. Like you don't call your things Earth restaurants or whatever the quote was. But it's like we've got calendars on the planet that I'm from. That reminds me, the lore, the lore. I'm gonna update the lore. Jewel, can you plug in the lore thing as well again? What do you mean technically? Uh, I don't even remember what I. Oh, technically, like it's the 2010s. That's not the 2000s. That's not the 2020s. It's in the 2010s. Thank you guys for plugging the lore. Um, I will. What is that emo, Kiros? Wait. Oh. But yes, I will be updating the lore with yes, 10. It is 2017. It is that movie. I hate it. Hate it so much. But wait, new lore, Noel's fake birthday is on July 28th and the real birthday is on June 6th. May the chaos unfold. Nice. Um that movie sucks. Thank you. At least someone else agrees. But that's how one person that I know remembers my birthday. When I asked them, it's like, how do you like they said happy birthday, Noel? I was like, how do you remember my birthday's today? And they said, because that's the day that this movie came out, of course. I was like, oh gosh, no. You wouldn't tell people either. Why do you hate a family event so much? Wait, did that also come out on July 28th? Um, no, wait, that's The Family Man. A family. Wow, interesting. It did. It gave me a completely different movie, and there's also a second movie. Wait, that says 2016. Oh, the U.S. release was a different day. Interesting. Um, can you say it? Please don't. I don't want that to be my legacy. Please don't say it. Oh my gosh. But no, like It's no Light. Is that another? Wait, okay. What are all these movies that came out on July 28th? Just a very different year. Um, it will forever be your legacy in your eyes. No. Oh, oh gosh. Oh man. All right. Well, like I was saying, I'm going to update the lore. Robin Hood Men in Tights. Did that also? Okay. I've only I didn't actually get to see that movie, but it holds a place like in my childhood slightly. 93? Did it really come out in 1993? It came out July 28th, 1993. Wow. That's crazy. Oh, what's even more crazy? Oh shoot. Wait. Okay, here's something also very interesting. I just checked the release dates. Um Wait, who made no confess his real birthday himself? Were Men in Tights. Tights. Yup. Isn't it how's it go? That's the actual line that my friends and I quoted in back in school. We are men, manly men. We wear tights. That's the only like part of my like growing up that it was just that line. But funny thing, before I get caught up on chat, funny thing, it's not really funny. It's kind of weird, if anything, but it was released July 28th, 1993 in the US and December 15th, 1993 in France. And that's my birthday and my uh high school girlfriend's birthday. My very first ex's birthday. That's really weird. I don't know how I feel about that. That's also the same friend group that she and I were in where we talked about Robin Hood, Men in Tights. Wait, oh, that's the movie where he's like, I lost, right? I lost. I'm not supposed to lose. Let me see the script. Is it the same movie? And is that the guy who plays Wesley? Wait, did he play Wesley in shoot, what's it called? Uh Princess Bride? I can scroll down to the filmography. Let me see. Okay, let me get caught up. Remember the year 2017? It's obviously Atomic Blonde. Eli, it's not close to your dad's birthday. He's July 7th. Ah, I see. Opposite ends of the month. Don't dogs based off of your dad's birthday. 10, you're the one who convinced me that it's not possible to do that. Don't do this to me. You love that part of the movie. It's so memorable. The coincidence. It's a weird coincidence. He is the same guy who played Wesley. That's that's cool. Yep, there it is. That was a really good movie. I might ooh, maybe that's the next watch party is Princess Bride. There was a Friday the 13th movie released on the 28th. Why? It doesn't make sense. That's the wrong day. Um Teenage girls exist. They're better than the FBI. Oh gosh. Yep. That's unfortunate. Um but oh, right. The lore. I kept like getting sidetracked. So I'm going to uh update the lore page with some lore that I've been cooking. Um Jua, I don't think you can see the lore channel in the server. I think I have it hidden from everyone except myself. But I've been cooking up some lore. I wanted to have like a channel open, like an actual visible channel, and I may still do that. But like I need to figure out exactly what I'm doing. Anyways, I'll give you guys the TLDR of what I'm gonna add, and then I'm gonna like flesh it out into a story. Um, your added movies released on that day, just those two. Totally not a third one that Jax Films is known for. Oh gosh. Um. Okay. So, anyways, the lore that we have so far, um, is that you know, I'm an eyeball floating through space. I'm in some sort of facility. Don't know how long I've been here. Basically, just a large metal box with some equipment. Um, I also need like a better like uh stream background for this because the whole like where is it the like this with the window blinds and the monitor I like I made this whole thing by myself. I'm quite proud of it, but I definitely want like an official looking thing in the background. Anyways, so an eyeball that's lost its memory and has just been floating through space happened to, you know, catch a signal and is following it and using that signal, that broadcast wavelength, uh, to meet people on this distant planet, um, which is what Sol 3. Earth's the third planet from the sun. Yeah, yeah, it is. I don't know why I got that confused with 3 and 5, but anyways, he was gonna collab with you to make a lore webpage exclusive for your for real. um, but yeah, so I have added some more backstory, and here's the TLDR essentially. So the character of Null Verdict was known by another name, uh, which has been stricken from the records because he was formerly an arbiter in this council on his home planet, defied their ruling for someone in such an egregious way that they considered him a renegade, a traitor to not just like the law of their community, but to the entire planet. Um, the person on trial was considered a terrorist, and he was, his sentence was put to a vote. The arbiter that decided that this person was not guilty, that the law was wrong, not the man or the I. Not the I wasn't wrong, the law was wrong. Um, for his, apparent crime of openly supporting and trying to free a convicted terrorist, he was removed. He was stripped of his arbiter title and his name, given the name Null Verdict as, basically like a prison tattoo type of thing where it's meant to mark his crime, that's what he's forever going to be known as. Wiped his memory and imprisoned him. Um, ain't hosting a website. Don't want to mess with port forwarding right now. Not paying to create a website, so there are still some options for a custom web page, but they'll be slow. Don't trust his verdicts. Well, see, he still would stand by that the law was wrong, and I haven't figured out like what the law would be, but basically, it was a sense of jury nullification, which is a it's a British thing where essentially like the the person's found not guilty for a few different reasons, like one of a few different reasons, one of which being that the law is wrong. So he made that assertion and was criminalized for it and imprisoned for it, but he got out. Um, he managed to escape, and he found a mobile laboratory ship, a spacebound ship, um, that was, off getting maintenance or whatever. Managed to hijack it and fly away, and so that's the quote unquote facility that I'm stuck on is actually a mobile laboratory. And that's why the server is called the lab, by the way. That's not originally why it was called the lab. Yet again, that's a Code Lyoko reference. The computer room that they always went to was called the lab. So that was originally a Code Lyoko reference. And then I decided when I wrote this lore, I was like, wait, it's a mobile laboratory, aka the lab. So, let's see if you can do a magic trick. Go to your server, under construction lore. Was the last update on the 4th at 3? I have a different time, but you have the right minutes. And yes, it is, Kiros. So I don't have that correctly done, I guess. Let me see. Permissions. It's a private channel. So how did you do this magic, Kiros? Oh gosh. Every tentacle he gets, more memories come back. Um, it's not just a British thing. I know, but like the term jury nullification is what it's called in the UK. You certainly know a lot for someone whose memory was wiped. Um, Jury nullification is when the jury votes guilty when the person is innocent, or vice versa, because you cannot be charged for an incorrect verdict. Normally, it's innocent when the person is guilty, but it technically could be guilty when the person is innocent. You have magical ways. I'm actually genuinely curious, Kiros. Um, if it's like a setting, like if I didn't configure something correctly, could you please let me know in like a DM or something? Or if there's like something that I need to do on my end to fix things. If it's just you being like a magic hacker, you do you. You can do you. uh, 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 Gonna get going, but interested in the lore, so you tune into the VOD. Be here next Thursday stream. That sounds good. Thanks, 10. I appreciate it. Thanks for sticking around, and I hope your graduation goes well. Next week in a few days. Good luck. It's a website that lets you see private channels but not access them. You can see when the last person talked in them, but not what they said. Got it configured? Okay, cool. You don't remember the name of the website? Okay, that's interesting. It lets you see private channels but not access them. So you can't see what they say, just when the last update was. Interesting. Also, um, that specific message that you're referencing, Kiros, was me sending a note to myself a couple days ago, like 2 or 3 days ago, because I reverse image searched the original image that gave me my profile picture and model. So it's from back when I was young, a young little eyeball in school, and I wanted to. I don't know why I wanted to change my profile picture, but I changed it. I was doing research and I was really into um, Egyptology, and so I was looking up the. Actually, I take it back. I just kind of remembered it's not because I wanted to change my PFP. I was just doing Egypt research, and I looked up the Eye of Horus, and in searching that, I also got images for the Eye of Ra, and then I saw this white image with a black circle and a black dot in the middle, and I thought, oh, that's really cool. And I checked the thing, and it said that it's the symbol for the sun, um, which is also the sun god Ra. So it was a very basic version of the Eye of Ra. Let me see. But I've got to figure out why your RAM isn't running as advertised timings. Oof, good luck with that. Discord actually advertises the time and channels. It's just the client that decides whether it displays or not. Interesting. That's weird. Huh. Um, but anyways, so I took that picture from that website and I made it my Facebook profile picture and my Steam profile picture. Like all the stuff. Like I just made up my profile picture for everything because I thought it was really cool looking. It was simple, but it referenced my passion or my interest in uh Egyptology. Fast forward, however many years later, when I decided to be a streamer, and also again, it was my Twitch profile picture because it was my Steam and my uh Google and YouTube and it was my profile picture for everything. So of course, when I made my Twitch account to watch other streamers, of course I made it the same thing. And then later on, a few years later, when I decided to start streaming, I was wondering what should I make my model like. What kind of design do I want my human model to be? And then I realized, what if it's not a human model? Looked at my profile picture and I had the dumbest thoughts. Like, what if I just rig this little thing as like a little eyeball? Got out with some family before it gets too late. Happy June 6th. We'll enjoy some deja vu in July. Thank you so much, Curious. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out. I really appreciate it. Have fun with your family. Uh, Stream elements set to spam the link just because we say Discord. That's funny. I should probably change that a little bit. Change the timing on that. But so I found the image saved on my computer or on my Google Drive or something, and then I recreated it because the image itself is not centered. It's not like an even number of pixels. So I recreated the version that you see right now was recreated to make it into model layers. And in order to do that, I had to recreate it from scratch at a much higher resolution. This original image is very small, too small to be a model, but just enough to be a profile picture. So I um I recreated it at a very large, like, what is it? I can check right here. Shoot. So I recreated it at 1200 by 1200 and made it perfectly centered and everything as best as I could based on, like, that size and everything. So it's like the most pixel perfect version that I could get. Uh, and then I rigged it myself. But I went and found that image again because I was going through my Facebook profile pictures and found out that I uh I took it, reversed image searched it, and a few things came up when you look for exact images, but I had to like make sure it was pixel for pixel the exact same one. And I found the website that I got it from, which was an article posted on March 3rd, 2012. So this image is at least that old. And it was really crazy to think about. Um, it's a plugin named Vencord. Interesting. I might look into it later. But yeah, so that's some really this is a really old picture. But I've made it my own. I've recreated it and I've owned it. It's I'm really happy with it, with how it's like led to all this, being an eyeball that floats through space and streams. It's been fun. I like this. So anyways, yeah, that is my quote unquote birthday yap sesh. You all know my real birthday now as well. Um and I guess I'll have to talk to those those people that I have said, hey, don't tell my actual birthday. I have to talk to those people now and tell them that it's okay. Um, yeah, I was just being weird about it. I know I was being weird about it. I just I don't know. Anyways, that's it from me. I will I think we just end it there. We do the end stream song, which also doesn't show up on the VOD. I need music. The one thing that I keep telling myself is I need music that I can put on my VODs. I can't use any of the stuff I use on my music app or the songs I have uh in OBS, except for I think the Wind Waker ones might be on the VOD. Um, your name you could understand, but birthday you never understood. It was just because I'm a very like private person. Just it was very like I don't know. I'm actually a really shy and private person, which some people may understand and like, or some people may see that and recognize it. Some people may not, but I really am like a very shy and private person. Streaming was a big step for me because I wasn't sure even like before I started if I wanted to stream with my voice. I was going to be a mute streamer and either talk through TTS or text on screen or possibly a voice changer. Where'd my eye go? Possibly a voice changer. That one was kind of like a maybe, but um, TTS or text on screen would have been my go-to. I think. Um, a lot less people have your name. You say that, but you don't know my name. I have said that I have a very common name, and I hate it. The name that I go by, I have like I have three names, right? A first, middle, and last. My one of my names that I go by is super common. The other one is super not. I hate both of them. I really do. And then my last name is not common, but it always gets mispronounced. Very shy? No. Where's my hang on, I have an emote for that actually, I think. Do I not have the other one? I don't. I only have this one. The other one's in Discord though. um anyways. Yeah, but no, I have a very common name. Like I wouldn't be surprised if there were more people with my name than that I share a birthday with. Um anyways. Yeah, that's it for me, I think. Statistically speaking, people's births have more chances at being the same as another than a name being the same as another. But I think it depends on the name. Like there are a bunch of names out there, but there's also like popular names, there's like, common names or like trending names. So that proves your theory that Stream Elements' top unknown names thing is just to prevent someone that knows you from going, "Hey Jim, how are you?" on accident. Pretty much. All right, but yeah, that's it from me. Um, no, Jim is not Noel's name. Maybe don't know Noel's name. Yeah, Jua doesn't know my name. Although I think maybe I should tell Jua so that he can be more on top of like people who do come in with that kind of intent, malicious or not, knowingly or not. Like it might be good to have people watching for that and can cover for me. But no, no one here knows my name. I'm pretty sure. Um, oh, and there's the stupid ad break. Whoops. Um, that's fine because we're just gonna end here. I think most people have left anyways. Um, yeah, and Stream Elements didn't do the thing. There's like, you found it. You found a name on a list of like dozens of names. There's a whole list of like at least 50 or so names, and it's supposed to strike it out and give a message whenever that message. You're going for Vsauce. um, yeah, Jua, let's figure out why Stream Elements is not doing the message anymore. But anyways, it says it's supposed to strike it out and then say, "Congrats, you found the one of the top number redacted male names." And there's like 50 or so on that list, 50 or more, and it's supposed to do that, but lately it's not been doing that. So, Jua, let's figure out why it's not doing that, or try to figure out. I don't know what's going on, because clearly Stream Elements is working. I don't know what's going on. Um, guess that's one of the terrorists you wanted to save. Oh gosh, the lore thickens. Oh my gosh, just the list of names. It's just all of the the eyeball terrorists from that cell that I broke out of prison on that planet. That's crazy. All right. Anyways, the ad's over. We're gonna end here. We're not gonna raid anyone. It's, it was just a short little yap session, just to, and also I guess a birthday reveal. Oh gosh. All right. Well, thanks to everyone who stopped by to hang out, and stuck around. Appreciate all of you. I'll see you guys next week for actual games and stuff. Happy birthday. Thank you, Nightcrawler. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. All right. Take care, everyone. I will see you in a few days. Have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are. James. Well, I think yours gets like, you get passes, Jua, because you're a mod, so I don't think it'll do it to you. Um, I don't know. That's weird. Well, let's figure it out later. But it still responds to you, does it? Or it used to. Yeah, it's not doing it anymore. All right, I'm gonna take a look. In fact, before I forget, I'm just gonna open up Stream Elements. Oh shoot. All right, let me open that up and then try to figure out why that's not. Also, why is this not? Huh. Weird. All right, well, I'll look into that later. Um, it just doesn't delete your message. Band name's 1. Found the top number. Yeah, so it's doing that. Monegil. I don't know that name. I don't know what that name is. I've never seen that before. Um. Anyways, yeah, I don't know why it's not doing that. I'll have to check to make sure the settings are correct because the command's still there. Anyways, all right. I'm gonna end stream now. Thanks, guys. Thanks for hanging out, for being here. I appreciate it. Have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, or night. Who deleted the message? Or who deletes the message? It's supposed to. Yeah, Stream Elements does. Oh, you mean between the bots? Gotcha, gotcha. All right. I'm gonna hop in a call. Actually, Jewel, if you want to talk about it together, we can hop in a VC and try and figure it out. Um, but yeah, I'll see you guys later. Have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are. Take care, y'all. Bye.